of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town, the juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight.
A delight.
No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot, so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
No ty ktoś ty.
Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today I change them.
Nie martwiąc się, nie umrli?
They call the undead a problem, my friend, but those who know the ways of the fabulous five see no problems. They see opportunities. An enterprising spirit can wrench riches from cold dead rocks, or from cold dead full stop. Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better, to become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure?
Nie, oczywiście, że nie lubimy przygód.
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Dajesz, 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 dajesz,
Nie, no bez przesady.
dajesz.
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
See here, you and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path, the rush of finding yourself in a goblin ambush, knowing you'll prevail nonetheless. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
Well, I can't say that I haven't. Yes, some extra gold is always welcome.
Dawaj złoto.
Indeed. Indeed, gold is always welcome. And among the fabulous five, gold flows as freely as water does to the sea.
Jakiś ciemniacz.
No, próbuję nas naciągnąć na coś.
Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that, and at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
It's better to lead than to follow. That much is true. Better to be served than to serve. I concur.
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's too short to spend it
Cholera,
doing
zgadza się.
someone else's bidding. Am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream. Enact the change you deserve. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the fabulous five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it.
Cudowna piątka. Czuję, że wyłudzi od nas kasa.
Ah, the fabulous five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that
Ja zaraz wracam i
describe
do herbę
the most illustrious and celebrated Adventurers Guild in Riverlon. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. To realize our dreams and cleanse our souls. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if not, how about we get started?
Okej.
What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow, sharp as a switchblade. Most meritorious of you. Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your first contracts, and once the job is done, I shall see to it you get your fair share of the reward.
Okej.
Of course, should you spread
Ale
the
gada,
word,
kurde.
should you propagate
No,
the gospel
ale
of the
naprawdę to
Fabulous
będziemy grać w
Five
wieki.
and thereby draw new knights into our fellowship, you will get a share of the reward from their contracts too. Isn't that wonderful? By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support one another, cheer one another, see each other through thick and thin, partake in glory and defeat. Work hard, fulfill contracts, enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself. You will better Riverlon. You will make the stars shine all the brighter, and you'll get fabulously wealthy in the process. What's not to like?
Ja już widzę, jak będziemy super bogaci.
To co, prawimy się
No
zaciągnąć?
jak?
Of course, of course, of course. All you need to do is sign this waiver,
Ten kwitek.
and just like
Tak,
that,
tak.
snap,
Właśnie sprzedałeś
you're
nerkę.
part of the
Yeah.
family. All I need is your lovely little autograph. What do you say?
Join a guild, better the world, earn a lot of gold.
Dasz się wciągnąć
Yes,
taką intrę.
count me in.
Ale fajna opcja do takiego roleplaya, nie?
No, dokładnie,
Zakładasz,
idealne.
że jesteś takim kutafiksem i wiesz, i jesteś, nie?
Me,
Chodź, wszystkie
may
skarby
all the
tego
riches in the
świata.
world be ours.
Fuck yeah.
Marvelous.
Let's roll the war.
Magnificent.
Marvelous.
But what am I saying? Fabulous is
O.
the word.
Ty, opcja 3,
You may
widzisz?
not realize,
No, widzę.
but your
Weźmiemy chyba też ich, nie?
Your very life is about to
Możemy
change for the
spróbować.
better. So let us not dilly-dally. To business. Your first assignment is ready and waiting if you're ready and willing. You found new recruits already? Efficient. Proactive. Oh, I like that. Send them to me and I'll sign them up. And of course, since they're your recruits, you'll get a share of every assignment they complete. Isn't that
Ale korpo
just
podejście.
fabulous?
No. Z prawdziwego życia?
Bez kitu.
No.
Oh, it's a
Odpowiedz
pretty
o zadaniu.
straightforward task, this one. Now, in this town dwells a wizard. Ahu is his name, and he's a frightful eccentric. Scientific type, you know the kind. Favors reason over faith and all that. Not Fabulous Five material, him. His experimental weapons may keep a couple of skeletons away from the city, but many of his other researches failed, malfunctioned with tragic consequences. One of them was a big lumbering apparatus, a frightful automaton shaped like a giant made of steel. It was supposed to crush the undead by the dozens, piloted as it was by a trained legionnaire. But you can guess what happened. Did it become sentient? Was it cursed? Whatever the cause, the thing relieved itself of its pilot and headed north towards a network of caves. Now ask yourself, what if it comes back? It could smash the city walls and claim 100 lives before being subdued.
Maszyna pozbyła się pilota i sama se poszła, nie?
No.
Luckily, there are those in this world who belong to the fabulous five. The braves who eat such monstrosities for breakfast. Go, my
Ale to
friend.
jest
Find
bait,
this wizard's
ta Fabulous
abomination
Five.
and claim your just reward from Mayor Cecil in the name of
Łatwa
our
kasa.
hallowed guild. Easy money.
Easy money. Yeah, easy.
Fuck yeah. Dobra.
Dobra, wejdźmy tutaj.
Wiesz co, z księciem może pogadajmy później.
Okej.
Bo ja pamiętam, że kiedyś z nim wcześniej pogadałem, a można było to inaczej rozegrać. To tyle pamiętam. Nie, naprawdę.
Spoko, dobra. Tu mówisz, że jest jakaś laska, tak?
Nie wiem, czy tutaj.
O, chyba tu jest. To jest za nami. Madora.
Aha,
Dobra? Gadasz.
tak.
Have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
No ładnego kosiora ma takiego.
I'll tell you,
No.
it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time you see him. You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do. Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side.
Nic mi nie wiadomo o innych.
Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think of it, one that might concern you. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's Edge by name. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either, but ones who've taken dark magic to new heights. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say, but it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce hunter again. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicil. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs without backup. By the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go boom in the night. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me for miles, but I'd lost him before I made it into the Sicil hinterlands. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now. But perhaps that's where you come in. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town.
Aha.
And the
Właśnie
way I see it,
będzie.
you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator.
Nice. Ma jakieś informacje. To co? Jakie dowody?
No.
More than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into the townsfolk here, but there's enough dark magic running roughshod to topple a small mountain. There's Mayor Cecil's doings for one, and the mysteries of our master Thalron for another.
Właśnie tego Cecila musimy zgarnąć, tam jest mak.
And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow. Now don't get me wrong, I think the mayor's a decent sort, even if he can't hear farther than the tip of his own nose. But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, The old guy's gotten himself mixed up
Kurczę,
in
wkurzające jest to, że
something not
nie
right
przywija
on
się
this side of the
automatycznie.
law. I suspect an illegal source artifact or substance is at the root of it, but exactly what or who's given it to him, I can't say. And since I haven't technically been assigned to Cecile, I don't have the authority to interrogate him. Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I bet my sword he's dealing in something darker than splints and tonics. A loose-lipped fishmonger let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale the city wall on 2 separate occasions, well past midnight each time. What business could he have among the undead? Hardly the habit of an innocent healer, I'd say. You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see in the dark. It ain't natural.
To co,
They say
bierzemy...
he's privy to ancient and arcane.
Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party,
No,
3's
dokładnie,
an
dokładnie.
invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now. And the orcs up north will be short work for a trained up trio of sauce
Trójki? Nie,
artists.
4 już.
Znaczy my w trójkę, ona też jest łowcą źródła i my
Aha.
jesteśmy łowcami źródła.
Aha, no.
A
Fantastyczny
fantastic
plan.
plan. With 3 source hunters working in tandem, we'll put an end to all the evils bent against this fair land. Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this wicked magic. Welcome aboard, Medora.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now.
That's the spirit.
Hear it?
That's the spirit, baby. Czekaj, tylko jeszcze zobaczę, co ona tam ma.
Spoko, ja też zobaczę tę swoją.
Dwuręczny miecz Madory, 44,55.
Nice.
Ja pierdzielę, nieźle.
No, ja swoje dałem łuk. Masz kobietę strzały.
Nice. No, ona będzie powiem ci.
Napierdzielać.
No i to tak, na bogato. Moja ma 2 punkty w dwuręcznym,
No, jest nieźle.
zbrojnym,
Concerns
no,
myself with such things.
krzepa, nieźle.
Moja ma 2 w broni, 1 łuk. Drugi ma w tenebirium, nie wiem co to jest.
O kurde,
Strzelec
fajne.
wyborowy. Moja ma ładnie. I
Znaczy,
ma...
wiesz co? Ja myślę, że...
O, ta blondynka, ta łuczniczka, ona ma taką zdolność jak polyhistor. Polyhistor
Ja też mam
identyfikuje wrogów i pozwoli ci rozpoznać przedmioty. Im wyższy poziom, tym więcej przedmiotów.
Też mam polihistora.
Który poziom?
Moja postać ma pierwszy.
A, to ona ma drugi.
No, ale mam jakby co.
No,
Znaczy ja bym wolał szczerze mówiąc drugiego maga zamiast niej.
no, ale spoko.
Wiesz, healero buffera.
No.
Będzie
Say
dawał
he's privy
healę,
to
nie?
ancient and arcane secrets.
To co?
Dobra.
Which I doubt
Tu jest żołnierz i tutaj jest miejsce zbrodni.
Dobra, czekaj.
To co, wbijamy?
No. Wpuść nas proszę, lol.
No, otwieraj,
Not exactly
Mendo.
the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Fuck yeah.
Ooo, co to było?
Olej, urwał.
What? It's a trap! It's a trap!
What happened? Is this a dream? I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent
ale
us
to było dobre.
flying into the stars.
Czekaj, daj mi chwilę. Zobaczymy, co tam w dzienniku. Udało nam się odwiedzić miejsce, w którym zamordowano rajcy Jake'a, gospodę pod królewskim krewem, choć pewne ślady świadczą o krwawym morderstwie, nie możemy wyciągnąć żadnych wniosków, dopóki nie obejrzymy ciała rajcy. No, ale teżśmy obadali.
No, w opór. Trzeba ci tam wrócić, bo tam są fajne rzeczy.
No. Czekaj. Dobra, tu nic więcej nie ma, dobra.
To dawaj. Widzisz?
Tak.
Kim jesteś? Czy odbiło ci?